When a man's behavior hurts you, anger is a natural and valid response. It's okay to feel that initial surge of frustration and disappointment. You might want to punish him, lash out, or make him feel the depth of your pain immediately. The impulse to retaliate can be strong, but going completely cold immediately, while tempting, often isn't the most effective answer in the long run. Many believe that silence will make him suddenly realize his mistake and prompt him to change, but in reality, it often backfires and creates more distance and confusion. Using silence as your first line of defense can make you look like you're playing mind games or trying to manipulate the situation, and ultimately shuts down any chance of real, open communication and understanding between the two of you. True strength in a relationship is about teaching others how to treat you with respect and consideration, and that process always starts with honest and direct conversation. Before pulling away emotionally or physically, use your words to express yourself. Clearly and calmly tell him exactly what he did that bothered you, and most importantly, how it made you feel. This isn't about starting a fight or placing blame. It's about clearly setting a standard for how you expect to be treated in the relationship. For example, if he frequently cancels plans at the last minute, leaving you hanging, say something like, "When you cancel plans with very little notice, it makes me feel like my time and feelings are unimportant to you." Be direct, be honest, and be specific about the impact of his actions. Give him a clear and unambiguous chance to understand your perspective and to change his behavior. Giving someone the opportunity to acknowledge their mistakes and fix their behavior shows maturity on your part, and it demonstrates that you genuinely value the connection and are invested in making the relationship work. People make mistakes. It's a fundamental part of being human. By speaking up and providing constructive feedback, you give him the crucial information he needs to understand the impact of his actions and to do better in the future. If he genuinely cares about you and the relationship, he'll listen attentively to what you have to say, apologize sincerely for his actions, and actively try to change his behavior to meet your needs. This is the ideal outcome we're striving for, solving the problem constructively, without unnecessary drama, emotional distance, or resentment building up. So before resorting to going cold and shutting down, take a moment to ask yourself these important questions. Have I clearly and directly communicated to him exactly what's bothering me and how it's making me feel? And have I given him a fair and reasonable chance to understand my perspective and respond appropriately? Going cold and creating distance should always be a last resort, not your first move in addressing a problem. Start by using your voice to express your needs and boundaries. Give him the opportunity to step up and meet you where you are. Only consider creating distance or withdrawing emotionally if he proves unwilling or fundamentally unable to meet your reasonable standards for the relationship. Prioritize open and honest communication first and foremost, and reserve silence as a strategic tool to be used only when absolutely necessary. Don't close the door on communication and understanding before you've genuinely tried to open it and explore the possibilities within. Your words are a powerful tool at your disposal. Use them wisely and effectively. If, after you've clearly communicated your needs, he consistently doesn't respond or acknowledge them, then you know with certainty that it's time to step back and reevaluate the situation. That's how you set the stage for real and lasting positive change in your relationships. There comes a moment when words aren't enough. You've communicated, set boundaries, and given chances, but the pattern continues. He still lets you down, and his actions speak louder than apologies. This is the tipping point, when you realize it's not a mistake, but a choice. Pulling away isn't about revenge. It's about self-respect. You're not punishing him, you're protecting yourself from more disappointment. When someone repeatedly disrespects you, staying only brings unhappiness. Walking away is a statement, I value myself too much to accept this. Think of it as protecting your most valuable resources, your heart and time. When his actions don't change, your only move is to step back. This isn't being mean, it's being smart. Create distance to show your standards are real. Sometimes, the only way to be heard is to walk away. Going cold isn't about cruelty or inflicting pain. It's not a vengeful act. It's a strategic move, a necessary step when direct communication fails to bring about change. It's about creating space, a void that allows for introspection and a reevaluation of the relationship dynamics. This space is crucial for both parties to understand the true impact of their actions. Start by calmly communicating your decision. Lay the groundwork with honesty and clarity. Something along the lines of, "We want different things and I need to focus on myself." This statement is direct, honest, and sets a clear boundary. Don't invite debate or engage in arguments. Make it clear you're moving on and that your decision is final. This isn't a negotiation, it's a declaration. The key is consistency in your actions and responses. Don't text him, call, or react to his social media posts or stories. Resist the urge to check his profiles. Become a ghost by choice, not out of anger or spite, but as a deliberate act of self-preservation and empowerment. Consistency sends the message, a clear and unwavering signal. Your absence is a direct result of his actions, highlighting the consequences of his behavior. If you break silence, even once, you lose credibility and weaken the impact of your actions. You don't need to block him everywhere. Leaving him unblocked shows self-control and confidence in your decision. You're not erasing him from existence, you're simply not engaging with him or his attempts to reach you. Move on with your life, pursue your passions, and let him see it from a distance. Quiet confidence and self-respect are far more powerful than drama or emotional outbursts. He needs to feel your absence as a conscious choice, not as a manipulative game or a fleeting moment of anger. Your warmth, energy, and attention are valuable and precious. They are not to be given freely to those who don't appreciate them. He took them for granted, and now he feels the profound loss of your presence in his life. This isn't something you can explicitly tell him or explain. He has to feel it viscerally and understand it on his own. Stay consistent in your actions, and let the full reality of your absence sink in and resonate within him. Only then can he truly reflect on his actions, their consequences, and the value of what he has lost. That's how genuine regret begins to take root and potentially lead to meaningful change. Regret can't be forced. It's a delicate emotion that needs the right conditions to bloom. It's not something you can demand or manufacture. It grows slowly, almost imperceptibly in the space you leave behind. It festers in the silence and the absence. When you're always available, constantly within reach, eager to please, you become invisible in his life. Your presence becomes a given, a constant hum that fades into the background noise. He takes you for granted, your efforts, your affection, your very being. He's assuming you'll always be there, a reliable fixture in his world, never wavering, never changing. Going cold, pulling back, shatters that illusion. It disrupts the comfortable status quo. At first, he might not notice the shift, the subtle change in your energy, or he might even feel relieved by the sudden space, the lack of demands. But over time, the emptiness grows, a void where your presence used to be. He'll reach for his phone, instinctively wanting to share something, then remember your inside jokes, the shared laughter. He'll face a challenge and miss your unwavering support, your encouraging words. These small moments, these tiny reminders add up, creating a growing sense of unease. They are making your absence real, tangible, and impossible to ignore. Scarcity increases value. It's a fundamental principle of human psychology. When you're gone, truly gone, he realizes, perhaps for the first time, what he lost. Regret is born not from your words, your accusations, or your pleas. It springs from the stark reality of your absence, the gaping hole you left behind. He connects his actions, his inattentiveness, his neglect to the pain of losing you. This process takes time. Regret is a slow burn, a gradual realization of the depth of his loss. He'll miss your convenience, the ease with which you navigated his life. He'll miss your companionship, the shared moments of laughter and quiet understanding. And finally, he'll miss you, the unique and irreplaceable you. If the connection was real, if there was a genuine bond between you, he'll regret not just losing you, but how he lost you, the specific actions that led to your departure. He'll replay his mistakes, agonizing over the moments he took you for granted. But this realization, this regret, can only occur if you give him space, if you allow him to experience the consequences of his actions. Your silence is the canvas for his regret, the blank space where he can project his own understanding of what went wrong. Don't rush the process. Allow him the time he needs to fully grasp the impact of your absence. Let him feel the loss, the weight of your absence, the emptiness of a life without you. That's when absence truly makes the heart grow fonder, when the pain of loss transforms into a longing for what was and a desire to reclaim it. It's tempting to use social media to make him jealous, but that's a mistake. Obvious posts aimed at him look desperate and show you're still thinking about him. The goal isn't to pretend you're moving on, it's to actually move on. Focus on your life, not his screen. Live fully. Go out, try new things, pursue your passions. If you want to share, do it for yourself, not for him. Authentic joy is more powerful than any staged photo. Your real-life actions matter more than your online presence. When you're truly living, you won't have time to obsess over him. Confidence and independence are magnetic. If he sees you thriving, that's more impactful than any post. Show that your world didn't stop when he left. Build a life he'd be lucky to be part of. Your value comes from your self-worth, not his opinion. When you're happy on your own, he'll realize what he lost. It's easy to make mistakes that ruin your progress. The biggest? Inconsistency. If you go cold, stick with it. Breaking silence teaches him your boundaries are weak. Consistency is everything. Don't use this as manipulation. Do it out of self-respect. If your only goal is to get a reaction, he'll sense it. This isn't a game, it's about standards. Act from strength, not desperation. Don't let fear of losing him trap you in a cycle of bad behavior. If your absence doesn't make him value you, your presence never would. A man who cares will step up, one who doesn't, won't. Letting go is a filter, not a loss. Avoid negativity. Don't rant online or gossip. Graceful indifference is your power. Your happiness is the ultimate proof you've won. Walking away from someone you care about is hard. There will be doubt, loneliness, and pain. But discomfort is the price of self-respect. High-value women know short-term pain is worth long-term happiness. Embrace the discomfort. It's self-love in action. Every day you stick to your decision, you build self-esteem. You prove you can protect your own heart. This strength makes you more attractive and resilient. If you were a good partner, your absence will be felt. He'll miss your kindness and support, and that's what triggers regret. If the relationship was toxic, he may just feel relief. And that's your answer. Your goal isn't his regret, but your own self-respect. If he changes, you can choose. If not, you've already moved on. Knowing your value is the real victory.